Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be working on the Pastel Halloween tag, and if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. Okay, so I'm on my lunch break, so this video can't be very long, and I'm already breaking the rule because I believe the first thing you're supposed to do is color while you're answering the tag by using pastels, but I need to finish this Mythomorphia page for the month of October, and I'm running out of time. So we're actually going to work on that while I answer the questions. This tag was created by Tamara's Coloring Coven, and I was tagged by Pixies Project, and I'll link both of their channels below. I will not be tagging anyone. When this goes up, it'll be the day before Halloween, and so if you're interested, absolutely feel free. Consider yourself tagged, but yeah, just because of the timing of it, I didn't want to tag anyone and then they feel like they have to rush and get a video done. So we had talked about this before. I do have a video, I'll link that below. It's Kirby Rosanna's Mythomorphia, and I am working on this page right here. Again, it's not a pastel challenge because, I mean, I guess these purples could be considered pastel, but the rest aren't, but I need to finish this, and so we're going to just do a twofer. I won't be talking a lot about what I'm doing on the page. Basically, I'm going to just be basing all of the different colors just to give me an idea of what's what while I'm answering the questions. And then during my completed pages video that I'm probably going to have up by the first Saturday of November, then you'll see all of the finishing touches. But by doing a base layer, probably of my lightest color of the various components, that'll help me just figure out what it is I'm doing, and then that way I can just focus on the questions, which I've got just hanging right there. So let me move this, and if you are looking at this page and you don't have that Biz Markie song in your head, well then you didn't watch that other video. So I'll link that one. It was the scary tag, so yeah. Was it that one? Anyway, for those of you who know, you know. So the first question on this tag was, what is your favorite candy? And to be honest, that actually just really depends. I go through moments where all I want is just fruity candy like gummy bears or Starburst or Skittles. And then I go through phases, which I'm currently in right now, where just give me all the chocolate. My current obsession is Twix and Snickers, although I do like a bar none. I mean, it really depends on the season. It's not even just, oh, it's because of all the Halloween candy. It really just depends. For gummy bears, however, if I am in the mood for gummy bears, it has to be Haribo gummy bears, because those are my absolute favorite. The only other type of gummy bears that I'll eat that aren't Haribo are some local ones that are covered in a leahing powder, which is like a salty, it's a dried plum that they ground into a powder, and I like that. And then it doesn't matter what the brand of the gummy bear is, but otherwise, if I'm purchasing gummy bears to eat, it's Haribo. And it doesn't have to be the gummy bears, it can be the colas, it can be the various shapes, but it does have to be that brand. I do prefer the little mini bags because those Haribo bears or candies are usually a little chewier. I do prefer a chewier gummy than a soft one. So that was question number one. Question number two, what is your most fave memory of Halloween when you were a kid? That's probably, I was already a little bit older, but where we used to live on Halloween, there was a neighbor like 3 streets over who would not only give out candy, but they also did like a barbecue. And so along with whatever candy you got a free hot dog. And I don't know why that seemed so luxe to me, like they were super bougie and I just wanted to be their friends. But you give me chocolate and you give me a hot dog, and yeah, I'm basically yours for life. Don't know exactly what that says about me. What is your tradition for Halloween if you don't go trick-or-treating or hand out candy? Honestly, we don't have any. When we were younger, my sister and I, and younger meaning like in our 30s and 40s, because we don't have kids. So we would get dressed up because we like that. And by dressed up, we would just paint our faces and maybe do our hair. But the rest of us, like, meh, we're sitting down anyway. Who cares? And then we would just decorate a little bit in the garage and then hand out candy. But that can be really tiring. And then especially since I would be usually working those days, if it was during a work day, it was just hard to get home and do all that after a full work day. So we just stopped that. And in my sister's 20s, in her college days, she would go to Waikiki for Halloween. I'm a antisocial, socially awkward, introverted indoor cat. So there's no amount of money you could give to me that would make me go to Waikiki or any place busy full of people who are more than likely drunk on Halloween. I mean, the perk about doing Halloween as a child is the free candy. If you're taking that element out, then why am I leaving the house? Number 4, for those who have kids, did you dress them up for Halloween on their first Halloween? If so, what was it? I don't have kids, and I was thinking about this question. If I did, it would probably go in one of two directions. Either I would have absolutely no chill and would work on a costume for the majority of the year so that it could be epic for the pictures, for Instagram, Facebook, maybe even the Christmas card picture, because people with kids seem to do that a lot. And it would just be over the top, drive myself and everyone around me crazy. Or I'd be let grandma pick so she can pay for it. I mean, if it's a kid's first Halloween, they're going to look adorable regardless of what they are. So yeah, that might be the method. Let grandma pick, let grandma pay. Number 5, for those who have pets, do you dress them up for the holiday too? If so, what is their costume? I'm slightly afraid of our pets. And by slightly, I mean sometimes it looks like they just want to murder me as I walk by. So while I think they would look adorable as like floofy little lions or like with angels, because they absolutely are not, I value my life. I mean, it's different if it's like a zombie apocalypse and I just don't want to lead that life. But if, I get to color my coloring books and just have a good day and not have to worry about being murdered by the cats in the house, then yeah, we're just gonna leave each other be. Oh, that's an ear. Okay. So yeah, I'm a scaredy cat and I'm scared of our cats. So yeah, that works out. Number 6. Is that what we're on? Which spooky pet would you choose? Black cat, owl, bat, rat, or wolf? So I would not choose a rat because ew. I would not choose a bat because that's basically a flying rat, so double ew. I'd say a black cat, but again, having lived with cats for a few years now, they can either be really just lovey-dovey, give me all the hugs, I love you to pieces, and they also can be murderous fiends. And I don't know that I'd want to be responsible for that. Because right now, the cats that we have other people are responsible for. I am actually the last person they will choose to come to, and usually that's just because I'm the only one around. It's not because they love me so much, it's just I'm there. And I can handle that level of responsibility. So I don't know that I'd want a cat. A wolf sounds cool until you realize it's a wolf. And yeah, so I'll probably go with an owl. I figure if you let them out at night, they go get their own food. They're magical. They'll bring you letters and your invitation to Hogwarts. It's probably why I haven't gotten mine yet, because I don't have an owl. So yeah, I choose an owl. Good question. Fave scary video game. So you probably may not agree, especially if you play this game, but I think Stardew Valley is a little scary. Now, it's not because there's inherently anything scary in it, although if you do go to the mines, then bugs will fly at your face and try to eat your face. I'm sure that's exactly what they're doing. That's what it feels like they're doing, and that can be a little scary to me. But also just because there's a timer. And I get this scaredness when I'm watching my friend Andy when she's going to the mines, because if you are out too late, I mean, your character doesn't die, but it passes out, and that gives me a little bit of anxiety, probably the same fear as if, you know, it were real and you passed out somewhere dark and someone had to come save you. So yeah, that's a scary game. Although when I first started playing Animal Crossing, I did not realize that there were tarantulas or scorpions, depending on the season, that come out at night that come and bite your face off and make you pass out. That seems to be a theme, and you have to you get transported back to your house. The first time it happened in Animal Crossing, I had not been aware that that was the thing. All I knew was something skittered across the screen. I might have peed a little, and then I woke up at my house. The peeing was in real life. The waking up in the house was in game. So yeah, that was a bit scary as well. Games like Mortal Kombat, I don't have a problem with. I mean, it's gory and it's a little gross, but I mean, 3 minutes, you're going to fight. One of you is going to die. One of you is going to win. Cool beans. Love it. But when you get like the jumpy things or the anxiety-filled things, yeah, I'm not a fan. What weird, silly thing are you afraid of? I'm afraid of a lot of things, so it may just seem weird in just being afraid might be the silly, weird thing. I don't know. We're going to table that question, and if I can't think of something by the time I get to number 15, then we're just gonna pass. Favorite Halloween scary song? I do like Thriller, not gonna lie. That Forever to me is a Halloween song. It's not necessarily scary, but it definitely is Halloween. So that's probably my favorite one. Although I just watched Hocus Pocus last night, and I Put a Spell on You. It's actually quite a good one as well. Although, if I'm just thinking about a Halloween song, as soon as you hear the, what is it? Is it piano? Is it bells? The Halloween or the introduction to Harry Potter, that music, then yeah, you know you're in for a, maybe not necessarily a spooky time, but certainly a magical, and magical is Halloween, and those two are always intertwined to me. Have you ever used a Ouija board? I have not, and it's mostly because I'm a socially awkward, introverted indoor cat, and you need to be around people to do that, because it just seems super lame to do a Ouija board by yourself. I mean, I'm sure there's an app for that. Why would you buy a board just to ask the spirits some questions? Just Google it. You'll get your answer. Number 11, tell us something creepy that has happened to you. Okay, so my mom, my sister, and I had gone to Walmart. And I think there should be more stories that start that way because Walmart, while it can be a magical place full of wondrous new things to bring home at a really economical price, I think there's also some spookiness going on. This must have been in my sister's early college days because we were all adults, and I remember that we were purchasing something for my sister's dorm. So yeah, it must have been early college days. And walking in, and I don't know about your Walmart, but all the Walmarts here have a very similar layout. And the entrance always has like a long, wide hallway, and on one side of it, there usually is like end caps full of things to buy. Just random things, it always seems like, but things to buy. And so I remembered looking up and seeing that there was a life-size cardboard cutout of a Keebler elf. And it didn't faze me because I figured, oh, okay, well, they're just selling Keebler cookies. I'd go investigate. I love Keebler cookies. Who doesn't like a good cookie? And my sister was in front, and I was talking to my mom, and she was saying something, but I don't know if you have little sisters or younger siblings. I'm the oldest, so all of my siblings are younger than me. And she was saying something, but I was talking to my mom like, yeah, whatever. I'll get to you in a minute. Just cool your jets. And she's saying something, and then all of a sudden, the Keebler elf moves. Now, I don't know what your first instinct is, but my first instinct is to punch out. And so I punched this guy in the shoulder. Luckily, he was a little bit taller. Otherwise, he would have got punched in the face because I don't know when this Keebler cardboard elf came to life, but it did. And I definitely squealed like a little child. I definitely peed a little bit because I don't handle being scared. My mom and my sister and all of the other people at the entrance of the Walmart at this time were laughing like crazy. I'm having a hard time breathing because this thing just tried to murder me. I mean, why else would a Keebler elf come to life? And then my sister's like, I was trying to tell you that it's a real person. It's not a cardboard cutout. And so that actually kind of made it worse for me. That I tried to tell you. So I was in a bit of a mood. I don't know if you guys have realized this about me, but I can be a little bit of a drama queen. And when I get in a little bit of a mood, I don't go loud. I actually go the opposite way. And that actually seems to bother people more than if I were just to have a nerd rage or something like that. Yeah, when I start going quiet, people start getting a little nervous. Except for my mom, who can actually even go quieter, and that makes me nervous. But she thought it was just hilarious. I felt bad for the Keebler elf once, I calmed down from my fright. But he still tried to sell me some cookies, and to this day, I have not had a Keebler cookie because their mascot tried to murder me. So that's the creepy thing that happened to me. Do you believe in spirits, ghosts? Yes. And no. I believe in, I guess, spirits, but I've never encountered one. So I know that there are times, especially in my old job, where there were certain places, and I don't know if it's because people said that it was spooky or if it was actually spooky, but there were places in the building that people hated going because you just got that really weird feeling like you weren't alone when you were absolutely alone. And I don't know if it was because it was just people said it and now it's in your mind, or if there really was that feeling or that premonition. So I feel that there's something there, whether it's ghosts or spirits or demons or aliens, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, I've definitely had those moments where I felt something. Have you ever been in a real haunted house? No, nor would I ever go to a real haunted house. Like, ooh, Joanna, let's go to a real haunted house. And I'd be like, we are not friends, or if we were, you would know not to ask me such nonsense. Don't even watch scary movies. Why would I, one, leave the house, and then two, leave the house to go to someplace that's scary? I don't know about you guys, but I've seen enough of scary movie trailers to know that it never ends well. And I wouldn't even be the lead, right? Because I'm not the cute, young, hot girl. I'd be the plucky sidekick. And you know they're going to either be the last person standing, so I'd have that going for me, or the first one because they're the plucky sidekick who's a little bit of annoying. So, yeah, I don't want to take that chance. If you're gonna murder me, like in Walmart, okay, fine. I'm out and about and in nature, but otherwise, no, spooky thing. You're gonna have to come to my house. I'm not leaving. Do you go to a cemetery at night? I feel like people who do that, I'm not saying they're asking for it, but they certainly should expect it. If you're gonna go a place like that, full of dead people, you shouldn't be surprised when things kind of break off, right? And again, it could be because I have a vivid imagination. I mean, I'm sure they're very peaceful. For the most part, they're very quiet, unless they're not. And that's really where the key is there, right? How do you know it's a quiet night versus a not quiet night? And maybe, you know, people in cemeteries who are longtime residents are like, yeah, every Thursday where there's a full moon, we're just going to break it off because why not? Let's party up. But otherwise, you know, it's just, nah, let's just stay in, watch some ghosty Netflix and chill. I'm sure that's how that goes. Have you ever experimented with an EMF recorder? Now, I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that it's one of those things like in Ghostbusters that you know that there are ghosts around. And so one, why would I be in a place where I would even think there might be ghosts around? And two, can you get that on Amazon? Where do you buy this EMF recorder? And is it only just a single use kind of item? Can you only just record like if there's spirits around? I mean, unless that's your job, that seems like a waste of money. Buy yourself a coloring book. That's fun. I don't know how useful this was to anyone. Because I'm a scaredy cat, just anything that involves leaving the house is already going to be a no-go. Because, I mean, why? If I'm going to leave the house, I'm going to the mall. Well, no, not the mall. The mall is full of teenagers, and I think teenagers are super scary. I'm going to Target. I'm going to Walmart. I was brave a few weeks ago and went to Barnes & Nobles, and that was quite exhausting. Otherwise, let's just online shop, shall we, guys? Okay, well, yeah, so I'm done with the questions. Again, I'm not tagging anyone. I do have about 30 minutes left of my lunch break. I won't continue to color. I'm actually going to go and make myself something for lunch. But you can see the direction of this. There's going to be more yellows in here. These are the colors I have because if you watch that other video, these are the colors that I have. And this will be featured in my completed pages for October. And it's for two reasons. One, it fits for October, but two, Olga Rani is having for her find and color for her monthly October challenge, handsome men, and we are going to consider a handsome man with this guy. I mean, she doesn't think so. Again, we've talked about that before, but I'm sure to another ogre, he's like super hot and he's got that strong jaw. He's got big hands, and we all know what that means. So yeah, super handsome ogre guy. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me for now. And as always, aloha.